Hey guys, Jason Cipriani here, a CNET how-to contributor, and today we're going to take a quick look at a neat tip for the podcast app on iOS. Apple released this a while back, and some users love it, some users hate it. Either way, the tip we're going to cover today is pretty handy, and it's how to add any podcast to the podcast app on iOS. Now, when you launch the app, you don't have anything subscribed to in here, you haven't synced it to iTunes, or you haven't added anything. It tells you can browse or subscribe to free episodes in the podcast catalog or top stations. Now, that means you either go through the catalog or this top stations link here to browse podcasts. What it doesn't tell you is you can actually subscribe to any podcast as long as you have a direct link to that podcast by using this search field here. So I've already copied a URL or a link to a podcast to my clipboard. I'm going to paste that in. As you can see, it's to CNET's Applebite, the non-iTunes version. And we're going to go ahead and hit search. You'll then be prompted to subscribe to podcast. So as you can see here, it shows me the direct link to that podcast. Make sure I want to subscribe to it. And if I tap subscribe, it adds a podcast for me. Now I added that without going through iTunes. As you saw, the link wasn't the iTunes link. And this will work for any podcast you have a direct link to. You just have to pull down, hit the search field, enter the URL, search for it, and subscribe. Once again, this was Jason Cipriani with CNET How To, and that was how to subscribe to any podcast in the podcast app on iOS. Make sure to visit us at howto.cnet.com for more great tech tips just like this one.